You were asked by Mr. Brennan, give me one name, very dramatically, of someone.
The objection sustained.
You were asked, give me one name to support using a 50 percentile hybrid 3 in testing forces on a 216-pound man. Do you remember that question?
Yes.
How about the name Judson Welcher? How about that name?
So the objection sustained.
Did Judson Welcher use a 50 percentile hybrid in his drop test?
So that's sustained as to form.
What did Judson Welcher use in his drop test?
A hybrid 3 50th percentile male, the same that we use in our testing.
You were also asked whether or not using that hybrid 3 arm with the same speed would have an effect on the force equation, on the force calculation, correct?
Correct.
And you agreed it might have a small effect on the force calculation, correct?
So sustained as to form.
This is just foundational, Your Honor.
Sustained as to form.
How did you answer that question?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. Let me ask it this way. In the 29-mile-an-hour test with the hybrid 3 arm, were you going faster than 24 miles an hour?
Yes.
And what was the calculation again on the increased force that would be exerted on the taillight, on the arm, area of the taillight? 14%?
Yes.
So sustained.
How much, what was the percentage that you calculated? The increase?
14%.
And did you find damage, even with the increase of 14%? Did you find damage on that exemplar taillight consistent with the extensive damage on the subject SUV?
No.
Can we have 201D put up one more time? Mr. Brennan just asked you if you made note of these little red pieces, correct?
Correct.
Do you have any idea the size of those pieces? As you sit here.
Not without a scale of some sort, no.
So as you sit here, do you have any idea what the size of those pieces are?
I couldn't tell you as I sit here today, no.
No idea if they're a foot long? Gotcha.
So the objection sustained.
You were asked, when shown this picture, if you accounted for this in terms of damage to the garment, the sweatshirt, right?
Correct.
What if I told you those were?
Objection.
So the objection's sustained. He said he doesn't know the sizes. That's the end of that, Mr. Jackson.
I realize he said he doesn't know. He was
That's
asked questions.
the end of that, Mr. Jackson.
Do you have the, Mr. Wolfe, do you have the picture of the 10? Do you see that 10?
Yes.
Are you aware that all those pieces are inside that 10?
Objection.
Sustained. And jurors disregard that.
Did you ever see this 10 in your analysis?
I do recall seeing, yes, in the evidence photographs of all the fragments, yes.
In your experience, are very large pieces or very small pieces put in little 10s, about 2 inches wide?
Sustained.
You were asked a question about the arm being pushed by the taillight. Asked a bunch of questions about that, right?
Correct.
You indicated, what did you say in terms of the contact by a vehicle pushing on?
It's going to move with the vehicle until it separates.
In your testing, how long did it take the hybrid 3 arm to get up to speed of the vehicle in the 24-mile-an-hour test?
About 10 milliseconds.
I'm sorry, say that again, louder.
10 milliseconds.
10 milliseconds, correct?
Correct.
So when you say the arm is being pushed, it's being hit, right?
The objection sustained and it's struck.
In every one of your tests, every single one of your tests, did any taillight fragment tear a hole in the sleeve of the shirt that you were testing?
No, there was no holes, punctures, fraying, nothing to the material.
Was there ever a defect in that garment in any of that testing other than the road rash that we saw in the 29-mile-an-hour direct impact?
That the only test that showed the holes and the abrasions was that full-on hit where the body was sliding on the ground. There was no test where the taillight caused any type of punctures, holes, or fraying to the material.
And in that test, what happened to the back of the license, the test license?
Destroyed.